The Masters Tournament has hosted some of golf's most memorable moments since 1934. The first full week of April ushers in a stage unique to golf and sport, amidst blooming azaleas, towering pines, and flowering dogwoods. The smallest field in major championship golf competes over 4 days and 72 holes for a chance to win the green jacket and a place in Master history. Explore the iconic traditions, moments, and history of the Masters Tournament like never before, past and present, by strolling down Magnolia Lane or Amen Corner. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the controversy surrounding this decision and examine the potential impact it could have on the sport of golf as a whole. So grab your clubs and let's tee off into this discussion. At the Masters, decades of unforgettable shots. There have been many spectacular moments during the tournament. The Masters, which begins on Thursday, never fails to deliver memorable shots that elicit applause from the crowd at Augusta National Golf Club. This year will undoubtedly bring more of those shots, as well as more thunderous roars. They are most likely to arrive on Sunday's back nine, when, as the saying goes, the tournament truly begins. 1960, Arnold Palmer. Palmer needed another birdie on the final hole to win his second Masters title in 3 years after making a long birdie putt on number 17 to tie Ken Venturi, who had completed play. He hit a fairway 6-iron to within 5 feet of the pin and then converted the putt. Palmer won the last of his 7 major championships at Augusta National in 1962 and 1964. 1975, Jack Nicklaus. In the final round, his tee shot at number 16, a par 3, wasn't what he was looking for, with the ball coming to a rest about 40 feet from the cup. He'd almost certainly get his par, but he'd still be a shot behind the leader, Tom Weiskopf. Forget about the par. Nicklaus holed the uphill putt for a birdie, raising his putter in celebration. Nicklaus won his 5th green jacket, after Weiskopf and Johnny Miller both missed birdie attempts at 18. 1986, Jack Nicklaus. On Sunday, Nicklaus, 46, was on a tear when he faced a second shot at the risk-reward 15th hole. The risk was worth the reward. He hit a 4-iron over the pond from 202 yards away to about 12 feet from the pin. He made the eagle putt and then birdied 16 and 17 to win by a stroke. Nicklaus won his 6th Masters title and 18th and final major championship with a final round 65, 30 on the back nine. 1987, Larry Mize. Mize was not the favorite when a sudden death playoff began. Future Hall of Famers Greg Norman and Seve Ballesteros were his opponents. Mize, an Augusta native, came through with a chip-in from about 140 feet at number 11, the second playoff hole, to beat Norman. Ballesteros, who was vying for his 3rd green jacket, had withdrawn after a bogey on the first playoff hole. Mize only won 2 more PGA Tour events after that. 1988, Sandy Lyle. Lyle needed a par after hitting his drive into a bunker on number 18 to advance to a playoff with Mark Calcavecchia, who was already in the clubhouse. Lyle, who couldn't see the flag from 150 yards away, proceeded to hit a magnificent 7-iron. The ball trickled down the hill to stop about 10 feet from the pin. Lyle of Scotland made the birdie putt to become the first British player to win the Masters. 1998, Mark O'Meara. The tournament appeared to be heading towards the first sudden death playoff since 1990. On the final hole, O'Meara, who was tied with David Duval and Fred Couples, was lining up a 20-foot birdie putt. There would be no playoff. O'Meara, who had started the day 2 shots back, won his first major championship. A few months later, he won his 2nd major, the British Open. 2004, Phil Mickelson. Without a doubt, Mickelson's 6-iron from the pine straw on number 13 in 2010 is deserving of a spot on this list, but his birdie on the final hole in 2004 is also noteworthy. Mickelson, who was tied for the lead with Ernie Els, hits his approach to 18 feet from the hole. A playoff appeared to be a strong possibility, and like O'Meara in 1998, Mickelson, 33, was looking for his first major victory. He had finished second 3 times previously. As the ball approached the cup, CBS anchor Jim Nantz said it best. Is this his time? Yes. 2005, Tiger Woods. Woods was in trouble in the final round after his 8-iron to number 16 missed the green to the left. To catch the slope at the perfect spot, he had to aim about 25 feet from the cup. He found the sweet spot, and the ball sat on the edge of the cup for a few seconds before tumbling in for a miraculous birdie. On the first playoff hole against Chris DeMarco, Woods won his 4th green jacket. 2012, Bubba Watson. Watson hit his tee shot into the pine straw on the right on the second playoff hole against Louis Oosthuizen. Advantage Oosthuizen, not for much longer. Watson hooked his wedge shot about 15 feet from the cup. When Oosthuizen made a bogey, he finished with a par and won the first of his 2 Masters titles. This is the mecca for an athlete, for a golfer. Watson told reporters at the time, "This is our goal, to put on the green jacket." Tiger's bad drop, 2013. Most of Tiger's Masters memories are triumphant, but not those from the 15th hole on that fateful Friday 7 years ago. Tiger was 1 stroke off the lead when his approach shot to the par 5 hit the flagstick and bounced back into the water. He saved a bogey, but it was upgraded to a triple bogey when it was determined that his drop was not close enough to where he hit the original shot. The rule violation occurred after he signed his card, but he was not disqualified because officials initially deemed the drop legal. He played on with a cloud overhead, finishing tied for 4th, but more than 2 strokes behind a victorious Adam Scott. Jordan Spieth's splash landing, 2016. One of golf's most shocking Sunday collapses began with bogeys at number 10 and 11, but no one predicted the total train wreck at the 12th. Spieth hit 2 golf balls into Rae's Creek, the second a complete chunker that barely made it to the hazard after taking a drop. Spieth's drop down the leaderboard was even more perplexing, as he went from a 5-shot lead at the turn to trailing by 3 shots as he approached the 13th tee after a quadruple bogey that required getting up and down from a bunker. Spieth was a solid back 9 away from a second consecutive wire-to-wire victory, which added to the surprise. Tiger's near ace, 2019. Wood's first major victory was mostly methodical, but he still managed one all-time highlight reel shot on Sunday at number 16. Tiger expertly and nearly perfectly landed his 8-iron near the top of the ridge that cut through the green. From there, the entire world watched and roared as Woods' ball funneled toward the flagstick, taking a glance at the hole before landing 3 feet away. Moments later, Tiger sank the birdie putt that all but sealed his 5th green jacket and ended a major drought of more than a decade. Dustin Johnson's tearful victory interview, 2020. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the 2020 Masters was anything but normal. It was postponed until November, which was a tournament first. There was no par 3 contest, no customers, and no azaleas. Even so, a fall Masters was preferable to no Masters at all, with golf fans around the world appreciating the efforts to keep the tournament going during difficult times. In the end, they got a memorable winner in world number 1 Dustin Johnson, who won his elusive second career major by 5 strokes. DJ Setter tied 9 Masters records, most notably breaking the 72-hole scoring record by 2 strokes, with a 20 under 268. DJ was unflappable for 4 rounds at ANGC before displaying something rare for the 36-year-old in his post-round interview: emotion. The new winner's cracked voice and tears, only weeks removed from his own personal bout with the coronavirus, suggested that the man who grew up in nearby South Carolina had more invested in his game than we all understood or appreciated. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed today's video and found it interesting, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be up to date with the latest content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.